Hi everyone, my name is Lucy and I am the founder of Marketing and Business for Photographers. Welcome to my first video blog. I thought I would start by taking some questions from the Facebook group that I created of the same name and provide some answers. So the first one is, how good or bad is it to run specials in my photography business? Well, there is a time and place for specials and discounts and giveaways. And I would say that that's mostly to be used for your existing customer base. So the customers that you've already attracted, if you've done a good job at attracting the people that you want, at least, then they're already paying your services at the price point that you want and already the sort of the dream client that you want to have. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with a sale or a discount once in a while. So say, for example, spring is coming. If you have these people on your newsletter, you may send them a note saying, a couple of percentage points off or a discount for the first set of bookings that you get for the spring. This way, it prompts people who may have been following you and have had photo services in the past to actually book again. They may say, oh yeah, the kids are a lot older. We need to do this again. And that gets them sort of over that hump to do it again with you. What I would advise against is to run specials and giveaways to try and find new customers, and especially to do it often. Sometimes I go through Facebook pages of other photographers, and every other post is a giveaway, discount, giveaway, discount, giveaway, discount. Now, what that does is that it makes you just sound like a discount photographer. And if you run discounts so often, then people will just wait for that discount. And then you will always attract those people who are the ones looking for that deal. So say you run a promotion and, half off mini sessions or something like that. Then you will attract the people who will only pay half of that price. And you may be dealing with a lot of headaches too, because for half of that price, some of the headaches of dealing with clients is not even worth it. You try and make up with volume, but in this case, the volume will not continue because it's a one-time thing. So the end result is that I would save specials and discounts for people who are already part of your business, or for a target that's lying just around your perfect target. So those are people who value photography, who like your work, and who maybe just need a little bit more to push them over the edge, like you're just out of their range. And then they see, a 20% off sale, and they're like, oh yes, this is going to be my photographer. I can afford it this time. So I would avoid it doing marketing to new customers, because what you want to do is you want to play the long game with those customers. You want to get people in that will appreciate what you do, that will give you the price that you want, and that will be a pleasant client experience from start to finish, because they are your ideal client and you connect. Okay, so let's go to the other one. Is it worth using Facebook advertising or boosting posts, let's say? So Facebook advertising can be a really, really great tool. It's important to use that tool wisely, because if you don't use all the features that are available to you, you can actually miss the mark and then waste some money. So be sure to go through all of the different options to set your target, which means age, preferences, geographic location, and then it could be very, very powerful to reach very specific people who you want to reach to get your services. What I would avoid doing is boosting posts. The reason why is because when you boost a post, you're actually not selling it per se. What you're doing is you're putting it out there in the world for people to like and to share. It's actually more of an organic thing, and it generates that word of mouth type of marketing that you want. So it's more personal. So if you just boost that, it's not giving any specific parameters around it. It's a post that you posted, saying, here's a great session that I did. I love this family. It was great. But it doesn't really have any call to action for any particular person, like come and buy my services, come and get your photo shoot with me, that sort of thing. So I would avoid using the boost, and I would definitely go with the Facebook advertising. Now, the one thing I will caution is not to just advertise on Facebook. That seems to be the go-to for most people because we tend to live on Facebook, especially a little bit of the older demographic, like over 20. But I would say that there are plenty and plenty and plenty of other ways to market yourself. So do not use it as your sole advertising vessel. Make sure you have diversity in where you're advertising, both online and offline, and use the advertising campaign versus boosting posts. Okay, let's go to the final question. What is the best pricing strategy to attract good clients? Is it packages or a la carte? Well, it's kind of both, but one definitely wins out over the other, and that's packages. The thing is that you always need to have an a la carte to show the value of your packages. So if you go through a McDonald's drive-thru, for example, you will see on their board that a Big Mac costs, $5, and the drink is $2, and the fries are $3. So you see the prices individually, and you can do the math in your head and say, well, okay, I'm going to pay like this much for those things if I want them. And then, of course, you see package number one, and it's the Big Mac Trio, and it's maybe not half the price, but a little bit more. You immediately see the value in the package after you've seen the a la carte. So specifically, you want to price your a la carte at a rate that is not seen as that valuable. And then you price your packages so people can see that value. Now, the other thing about packages is that people like things that are sort of neatly, cleanly prepared for them. If you walk into a Chinese restaurant, for example, I know I'm using a lot of restaurants, but those are great examples for photography, I find. If you walk into a Chinese food place, you will see a book of a menu, and it's got a million things. And you sit there, and you're like, what am I going to have? And you need more time. It could be a little bit overwhelming. So if you've got, dinner number one, dinner number two, dinner number three, it feels easier. Even if you need to ask to swap something out, it is still easier a lot of times than going to the a la carte menu. So the answer is that you should have a la carte to be able to anchor your prices, and then you should have packages that give people choices. And those choices should be diverse, and it should be like a basic, a middle, and a high end. And you should price them very strategically so that you push people into the package that you would like the most in order to make your numbers. So that should ideally be the middle package, and people typically choose the middle package because it tends to have, the middle of the road. Everybody loves the middle of the road. Too high is like, I'm going somewhere where I don't want to in terms of giving away my money. And low is like, well, I'm not the cheapest person in the world. I don't want to splurge, but I don't want to cheapen out either. So most of us fall into the middle whenever we have a choice of like low, middle, or high range. It's like a safer choice too, right? So this is what I suggest. And I hope this answers your questions, and I hope it was helpful. So until next time. Bye.